Hello, this is Sibbles and Bits, and welcome to InB4Blood, a series dedicated to discussion and discovery of Back 4 Blood in a post-beta pre-launch state. And today we're here on FortHope.gg talking about Walker. Fort Hope GG is a community-made deck building site that enables you to go through all the cards in the game and take a look at them, come up with builds, send them to other people. Unfortunately, it is using alpha statistics. A lot of these cards have changed into the beta, and they'll probably change again into the base game, but regardless, you should still have enough information here for us to make informed decisions about Walker. Another thing to note is just because you're playing a specific character does not mean that you're pigeonholed into a specific role due to the fact that you get to choose 15 of these cards, and this is where all the power of the game is. With that said, we're going to start talking about Walker's talent. Precision kills grant Walker 20% accuracy for 5 seconds. Point to make here, precision kills is just the game's term for any damage that kills an enemy from hitting their weak spot. On Common Ridden, the weak spot's their head, but on Mutations, the weak spot is a large glowing mass that's going to be on different parts of the body depending on the variant of that specific mutation. And it's very important to try and deal damage to that weak spot due to the fact that they have so much health. Now, if he gets a precision kill, he's going to get 20% accuracy for 5 seconds. 20% accuracy is equivalent to a purple tier laser sight. The laser sight is a barrel attachment that you can find on and get for guns. Not all guns can even use barrel attachments, so in that regard, Walker's able to provide this benefit to them. And if they can have laser sights, he's able to boost that even further. Another important stipulation while we're talking about accuracy is that as of the beta, if you get plus 100% accuracy, your reticle is 1 pixel. It's the center of the screen. You become an absolute laser. The only thing that you have to worry about is recoil. A lot of people find that pretty cool. You might even find that cool, and that's something to consider because he's able to do this much easier than other characters. 10% damage. 10% damage doesn't seem like a lot, especially when you have down here a conditional 25% damage. Lots of cards give 10% damage with other benefits. This card right here is 50% melee damage, 25% accessory damage for grenades, 10% damage with a specific weapon type, 30% rifle ammo capacity. This one gives damage dealt and bullet penetration. So it seems like 10% damage is like a third of a card. And it is. However, 10% damage is still good. Why is that? The most common enemy you're going to face in this game, and the most common enemy that you're going to be getting precision kills with, is Common Ridden. Makes sense, they're called common, right? Common Ridden start the game with 20 health. Across the course of the game's going to start giving them corruption cards, and they're going to have 25 health, and then 30 health. Throughout the game, you're also finding random guns of different rarities, and they might have magazines that also add damage. And you're trying to keep up with the arms race and make sure that you're dealing enough damage to kill enemies. This 10% damage is very helpful at pushing certain guns over that limit and just giving you an overall smoother progression period. And even when you think about the end of the game, 10% damage is enough to enable you to headshot common ridden for the lighter weapons like SMGs and handguns, or with the heavier weapons, it gives you enough damage to body shot them. Now you're using one less bullet, and over time, that's going to start adding up. Combined with your precision kills giving you that laser sight accuracy, you're going to miss less rounds, and you end up just becoming very efficient with your ammo. Team effects plus 10 health. Now, it is important to stipulate that as of the beta, you are able to purchase team upgrades that give you plus 10 team health. You're also able to find random generic cards hidden across the maps that will give you plus 5 health. So this also isn't a lot, but at the start of the game, 10 health is plus 10% health because you only have 10 health. If anybody's taking cards that give percent health, then this is going to help them out as well. Now, earlier on, I was mentioning about how your character doesn't define who you are, and then I went on to talk about how Walker's the most efficient common killing machine in the game. But you can use this 10% damage and this health in order to change it into a different benefit using cards, because usually these cards that have the best stats also come at a deficit. For instance, we have Shoulder Bag here, negative 10% damage dealt, plus 2 support inventory. So now you're carrying more heals, and you can be like the medic of the team. Even further down here, we've got Glass Cannon, negative 30 health, plus 50% weak spot damage, negative 10% damage, plus 40% weak spot damage. You've now traded your starting benefits, and only 20 health that we mentioned was easy to get back over the course of the game, and now you have 90 weak spot damage, which has turned you from the common ridden killing machine to the mutation killing machine, because you're doing so much damage to weak points. And you can still kill common ridden easily because you've got plus 90% weak spot damage. And you might be thinking, well, Bits, that's nice and all, but can't anybody take those cards and do that same thing? Well, yes, they can, but you have 10% damage to give up to begin with. And I was just saying about how 10% damage does just enough to save you ammo in a lot of cases. If you're taking negative 10% damage because you didn't have any to begin with, you're now going to be using more ammo to get the same amount of kills, and it's going to end up costing you in the long run. Another important thing that I want to point out is that Walker spawns on Chapter 1 with a frag grenade. This is important because if you're playing on Nightmare, sometimes you open the safe room door, you go out into your first room, and the game is going to decide to spawn one of the tankiest enemies in the game, a tall boy, right ahead of you. Now, in a normal instance, you're going to be using pretty much all of your starting ammo just to try to kill this thing, and you're probably going to take some damage. Walker has a frag grenade, it will almost kill it. You're going to use considerably less ammo. It's going to be much easier. You're going to take that pressure off you right out the gate, and you're going to be able to have a much smoother start of your run when everybody doesn't have all their cards and your team's generally weaker. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Walker. You might have stuff to say about Walker, though. Do you have any comments, clarifications, corrections? Feel free to put those in the comments below. Maybe you have crazy builds that you thought up that you can use Walker for. You can put those in the comments below too. Until then, I'll catch you with the next video.